Waves 1 foot or less. The current time is 5:59 p.m. Central Daylight Time. These are the 5 p.m. observations for Thursday, June 30th. At Ashland, it was partly sunny. The temperature was 85 degrees, the dew point 62, and the relative humidity 46%. The wind was southwest at 16 miles per hour, gusting to 25. The pressure was 29.72 inches and steady. At the point, it was partly cloudy. The temperature was 83 degrees, the dew point 54, and the relative humidity 36%. The wind was west at 14 miles per hour, gusting to 23. The pressure was 29.70 inches and rising. Around the area, skies ranged from sunny to mostly sunny. It was 82 at Ironwood, 80 at Phillips, 87 at Hayward, 86 at Siren, and 83 at Superior. Elsewhere in Wisconsin, it was mostly sunny, with a temperature of 78 at Medford and 80 at Rhinelander. It was partly sunny, with a temperature of 80 at Eau Claire, 89 at Madison, and 93 at Milwaukee. At Green Bay, it was cloudy, with a temperature of 79. At Rice Lake, it was mostly sunny. Across the region, skies ranged from mostly sunny to partly sunny. It was 80 at Duluth and 90 at Minneapolis. And now a look at the marine observations around western Lake Superior for 5 p.m. Thursday, June 30th. At Devil's Island, the wind was west at 23 knots and the temperature was 64 degrees. At Passage Island, the wind was west at 23 knots and the temperature was 54 degrees.
What's going on, you guys? Hope y'all are having a wonderful day here for today. Hope you guys are hanging out, having a wonderful week here for today, for this week I should say. Hope you guys are doing all right. Glad to have you guys here for today's live stream. We are going to be covering a bit of severe weather in today's episode, or today's live stream, as well as we are going to be discussing the tropics, as we do have a lot of new information in regard to things, so we definitely got to continue watching this. So, let's go ahead and see here. I got some people in here. Let's go see. Jan is here. What's up? Hope you're doing good. Bryson, Hype. Jakey says hi. What's up, Jakey? Hope you're doing good, man. James says, well, at least the up is getting rain. Huh. Well, alrighty. Well, obviously, like I said, a lot of people do need a lot of rain, that's for sure. But anyways, guys, let's just go ahead and jump right on into it. So first of all, like I said, guys, welcome. Hope y'all are doing great here. So we do have ourselves a slight risk, a 2 out of 5 severe threat for today. As you can actually see, we do have ourselves a few severe thunderstorm warnings that is ongoing currently, directly basically just east here of Wakefield. This is right here in the northern stretch, the far upper state of Michigan here, that we are actively watching. So this is for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So obviously this is the size of a quarter. I know it's kind of hard on camera to make a reference, but I'm sure you guys have probably seen one of these in your lifetimes. If you have not, well then they're about an inch in diameter. So then we move over to the other severe storm we do actually have just directly east of it for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts as well. So the winds could get up to 60. They could gust up to 60. It does not mean constant speeds of 60 miles per hour. It just means that the storms could get up to 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, like at one given point, basically. Obviously, quarter-size hail is also a possibility. Hail the size of a quarter or 1 inch in diameter, so that is something we got to watch out for. So, yeah, like I said, severe weather is possible across these locations for today. We do actually have ourselves a severe thunderstorm watch that has gotten issued for a lot of the upper state of Michigan as well as northern Wisconsin. So, let's go and see here. James says, tuning in from Dallas, Fort Worth. Well, glad to have you here, James. Hope you're doing good. Let's go see here. Mike says, well, hello, bro. Hope you're doing well. You too, Mike. Thanks for joining us today. See, Vicky says, hello from southwestern Minnesota. What's up, Vicky? Hope you're doing good. James says upper peninsula of Michigan. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of places here in, like I said, the upper state of Michigan is really looking quite interesting today. We're going to watch out for possible severe weather, which we already are seeing. We do have some hail reports coming through, actually, here, right around the coastline. Let's see. This is, okay, quarter-size hail and half-inch hail, which I believe half-inch hail is dime size, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, guys, just a little bit of a reference for you guys. I was going to go ahead and show you. We have a dime, we have a penny, we have a nickel, a quarter, we have a golf ball, we have ourselves a tennis ball here, as well as a baseball. Now, this is obviously as a comparison to hail. You know, I just decided that I was going to collect some of these and just, you know, put them on my desk here so I can give you an idea of what some hail sizes could look like if you guys don't really approximately know what any of those objects look like. But obviously, like I said, it's just there for a bit of a reference. So if you guys, like I said, we run across a storm that has, let's see, for example, tennis ball size hail, I'll hold up this tennis ball and let you know what exact size we're talking about here. So, yeah, so we do have ourselves a bit of hail reports that is coming through. Yeah, we also have another one here directly south of Houghton. I think that's how you pronounce that. Let's see. So this is 0.3 inches. It's actually really, really small hail, about the size of rice, basically, a single rye. Or would that be called a rye? A single rice? I don't know. So we'll just say a rye. So basically, a really, really small hail we're talking about with that report. Like I said, it's far from being severe. Let's go ahead and see here. All right, let's go and see here. Janine says, hello, y'all. What's up? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here. Let's see. Hi from the southern lower peninsula of Michigan. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing all right. Let's see. Is Ohio expecting some severe storms tomorrow? So, it's a good question. So, I'll tell you what. For tomorrow, actually, the eastern side has the possibility of seeing some severe storms. Now, this barely includes Cleveland. Maybe just on the far southerly stretch. But yeah, so Cleveland is kind of, in the far southern side, and the possibility of severe weather here for tomorrow, but that's not really our concerns as of right now. Our main concern is what's going on here for today, and we're going to kind of stay in that realm here. Let's see here. But yeah, so that is what we are talking about. Let's see, Jakey says, I'm under a severe thunderstorm watch in southern Manitoba. It's windy, but I'm feeling these winds will go damaging. Well, stay safe there, Jakey. Like I said, if you have any questions, man, let me know. It does look like we actually have another severe thunderstorm here in southeastern Colorado. Let's go and zoom on down here for a minute. So this is for portions of La Junta as well as Sherwa, for Rocky Ford, basically east of Ordway and west of Los Animas. I think is how you pronounce that. Pretty interesting. Anyways, for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and 0.75-inch hail. So I believe that's penny-size hail, so size of a penny. Nothing too crazy. That's not really severe. Actually, no, that might be nickel-size hail is 0.88. So this will be penny-size hail, just the size of a little penny. That's kind of the hail we're talking about out of the storm here, so nothing too crazy. But the main concern out of the storm is obviously those potential wind gusts that may get up to 60 miles per hour. But that's just kind of what we are looking at there. So that's all the active stuff we have doing on here. We actually do have ourselves a very, very small, look how small this severe thunderstorm warning is. Very small severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Once again, the size of a quarter. So obviously this has 7 minutes to go, not too much longer. Things about to be expired here. Nothing too crazy. Pretty much just southeast of Tampa is where this storm is ongoing. So, now I know you guys have a lot of questions about the tropics. And yes, there is a lot of answers for you guys. There's a lot of new information coming in here in regard to the tropics. We didn't really get any information out yesterday. I was pretty busy yesterday. But today, we're going to talk about the tropics here really quickly as the severe weather starts to kind of unfold here. So, first of all, now we have 4 systems. Celia has died. Yeah, Celia is no longer a thing, which is some good news. We do have an invest here in the Eastern Pacific, means we just got to investigate it. We also do have potential tropical cyclone 2. You can probably see right down there. This is that system we're talking about. Currently leaving the northwestern side here of, let's see, for Venezuela. Now it's getting ready to cross into this little gulf here. Now the problem is the fact that actually, like I said, there's a lot of warm ocean waters that is currently positioned right across this region here. So as the storm does move its way to the west here, this thing is going to get a big old increase in speed. Now, we are expecting this thing now. It was supposed to be a hurricane on landfall, but now they've actually downgraded that to a tropical storm, which is some good news. I mean, obviously not as crazy, but here's the thing. Here's the thing we are looking at. Now, this is actually pretty crazy. We're going to have to pull up the storm or the Hurricane Center for this one. You're going to think that this is pretty interesting here. So I don't know if you guys have known, but in the beginning of this year, we had we had Hurricane, let's see here. It was, what was it, I don't know, Agatha to Alex, I think it was. That's right. So, anyways, here's the thing. What's going on with this guy is you can actually see how the cone continues in the Eastern Pacific. And my friends, just to tell you, this thing is still expected to become a hurricane, but just not where we think it was in the beginning. So let's go ahead and take a look at that here right now. So if we switch on over here to the National Hurricane Center's outlook here, you can obviously tell, obviously we have some tropical storm warnings and hurricane watches still, as we are still expecting a powerful tropical storm on landfall here in portions of eastern Nicaragua, as well as, let's see, I believe that's Costa Rica. I always get those two mixed up for some reason. So Costa Rica and areas here of eastern Nicaragua, you got yourself a tropical storm warning. That means that tropical storm conditions is expected to occur. So that is what we are talking about. Now, if we move on to the pretty much the far eastern side, or the far western side of Costa Rica, we actually have now tropical storm watches that's in effect here. Now, as you can obviously tell, here kind of around the afternoon on Monday, we are expecting this thing to become a hurricane in the eastern Pacific. So this is a transoceanic storm. This is a storm that started off in the Atlantic, and it's going to be traveling into the Pacific. So right now, whenever this thing is formed, it's going to be known as Bonnie. This is going to be Tropical Storm Bonnie that we're probably going to have maybe later tonight, maybe today, maybe tomorrow. It depends, with further organization. Right now, it's still not a tropical storm. Even though it has tropical storm force winds, it's not considered a tropical storm right now, just because, the wind field is not quite, tight enough yet. It's not quite fully circular. It has not developed into its full tropical storm nature. Therefore, it's not a tropical storm as of right now. But it's getting there. It's definitely getting there, and it probably will later on tonight, if not tomorrow morning. That's kind of what I do expect this thing to turn into Tropical Storm Bonnie. Now, obviously, with it changing oceans, so does the name change as well. Now, I'll tell you what. Let me actually look this up really quickly. I want to see what the 2022 hurricane season names. Let's see, Pacific. So this is, okay, this will be, let's see. So Celia's already happened. This will be Darby, apparently. Apparently Darby. Yeah, you got Agatha. Yep, Agatha was that first storm we did see. And obviously Blas and Celia and now Darby. So this is going to be going in from Bonnie to Darby. And you might be wondering, well, why is it going to keep that? Because there's already been a B name in the Eastern Pacific so far. So it's going to be going from Bonnie to Darby. Most likely. So obviously, yeah. So this thing is expected to be transoceanic, means basically just moving from the Atlantic into the Pacific Ocean, which we got to continue watching this. But anyways, it's supposed to strengthen here into a hurricane, which is kind of interesting here. So we'll just have to keep our eyes on the system. A lot of the models have kind of narrowed down, like I said, eastern Nicaragua as well as portions here of Costa Rica. On the eastern side, like I said, that's where these tropical storm warnings are in effect here across the blue. Tropical storm watches do extend across these this other shade of blue, but obviously this is that tropical storm watch. So we are expecting possible tropical storm conditions here on the backside of the the country here as well. So just something we got to keep our eyes on. Now we are watching another system, but there is some good news with this guy. We actually have gotten a bit of a downgrade out of this system, which is obviously some great news. This was that other system we were watching here. Now they have downgraded this. If we take a look here back at the National Hurricane Center here, they have actually downgraded this now to a 10 shot. So it basically just has a 10% chance of forming and a 90% chance of not. So, I'm not really too worried about this guy as of right now, but honestly we should just watch it. I mean, I still is a disturbance here. And then we have disturbance 1, 40-40 still. That is kind of what we are talking about. So this thing could turn into a tropical depression, but that's kind of just all what I expect out of this. I don't expect anything crazy because this thing's already getting ready to move onto the side of land here. So, but that's a little update on the tropics, guys. Just wanted to touch up on it. Just wanted to let you guys know what we were talking about. So we just need to continue watching the tropics here for the next little bit. Now, a lot of forecast models you can see hitting the side here of the coast of Texas, maybe delivering some more storms and maybe some showers. Could be a possibility, in which that's something that we got to continue watching here. So, new severe thunderstorm warning, my friends. Here, let's go ahead and see. For 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail across portions here of the upper state of Michigan, directly south here of Houghton, or Houghton, I don't know how you pronounce that exactly, but that is what we are talking about here. So, let's go ahead and see here. But that's what we're looking at. I saw the name Hurricane Georgette. I have not seen that. But yeah, so like I said, my friends, we are now seeing ourselves a new severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect here, guys. You can obviously tell, like I said, these storms are just now really starting to fire off here. If you go back here in time, you can obviously tell how these things kind of, materialize. Looks like another one's kind of starting to fire off here towards Ironwood here. You can kind of see that right now. Yeah, the watch got issued there. So obviously you have Ironwood now looking like another storm is starting to fire off across that location there. So that might be something to watch as well, because the overall environment is, unstable enough to cause, obviously unstable enough to cause severe weather across the location. Now we actually just show the same thing here. If we take a look here back at my my other radar, this is a national radar. You can obviously kind of see a little bit of a boundary right here, as you can kind of see. And the storms are kind of firing off along this boundary. So that might be continuous here for the next few hours. That we might actually be able to see a bunch of storms firing off here right on this boundary. So we'll see it. Like I said, the slight risk, the overall severe threat does extend into a lot of Wisconsin here for today. Like I said, for example, if we take a look here back at what's going on, you can obviously tell, like I said, Wisconsin does have a decent threat here for severe weather for today, as well as the upper state of Michigan, Wisconsin, and down even into portions of the central plains and to portions of the Midwest. But that is what we're talking about. That is what we are seeing here. Tornado Analysis says, hello, what's up? Hope you're doing good, man. Glad to have you here. Glad to have all of you guys here for today. Hope you guys are doing all right. Hope you guys have been staying safe and all of the up and downs here, guys. Like I said, we've been dealing with a lot of crazy stuff. Yeah, especially over the last few days. All of our eyes have been wide open here on the tropics. Things have been getting pretty interesting here, regardless, and things are still getting pretty interesting here. So let's go and see. We actually have a report coming through here. Oh, this is not good. Apparently we have that's not good. Okay, so this is in Tampa. Let's see. One injury, child struck by lightning. So apparently, okay, there's a report coming in here towards Gibsonton, right here in Tampa, Florida. One injury, child struck by lightning at Williams Park boat ramp in Riverview, Florida. Child transported to the hospital. That is, that's not good. And obviously I hope that they're okay. Well, obviously, it didn't say that they have gotten fatal, which I hope that's not the case, but that's another thing, my friends. That is another thing. That's another thing that could be problems with severe weather, is obviously, lightning. Stay away from lightning, guys. Obviously, you don't want to go out in that stuff. If you can hear thunder, you're close enough to be struck by lightning. So, obviously, that's not good at all. But, like I said, these guys are all for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So, we got to watch out for these guys quite closely, because these things they're rocking pretty good here. And we also have that one guy that's down here. I think this got upgraded. Wasn't this, I want to say this was not 1-inch hail before. Let's see. Going on here, southeastern Colorado. Yeah. I think that was, if I'm not mistaken, I think that is quarter size. It was not quarter size beforehand. But anyway, so 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter size hail. So obviously, like I said, quarter size hail. Size of a quarter. Pretty small. Not too. This is what the damaging hail begins at. It goes from quarter size to, let's see, ping pong ball size, I believe. No, $half size, then ping pong ball size, then golf ball size, and eventually it starts working up towards like tennis ball size, and eventually like towards baseball size. Yeah, it can get hail can get pretty crazy, if you haven't noticed. Hail can actually get, know something that's kind of crazy, guys? I don't know if you know this or not. I think I've said it on the channel a long time ago, but here's the thing. The biggest hailstone that was ever reported was the size of a bowling ball. Can you believe that? Imagine bowling balls falling from the sky of just solid chunks of ice. That probably weighed at least, 15 pounds or so? And apparently that's been reported. Literal bowling balls falling from the sky. Not today, but it was a long time ago. I think that's 8 inches in diameter, which is nuts. Imagine having bowling ball size hail falling from the sky. That's actually ridiculous. That's actually really crazy. So, obviously, we hope that that's not going to be the case anytime soon. Hopefully, that never happens again. That's just in the time that we've started recording weather and stuff like that. And just imagine, for all of Earth's existence, imagine the largest hailstone that probably ever happened. And I bet it was much larger than bowling ball size. That would be nuts. Pretty crazy here. Anyways. Let's see here. Anything bad in Iowa, says Donut. So the thing about that, like I said, Iowa does have the possibility of seeing some storms today. If you are across this dark, the dark green shaded color into the yellow, yeah, you got a possibility of some severe storms for today, so just keep your eyes out for it. Like I said, right now we are seeing a severe thunderstorm watch that's in effect here across the northern section of Wisconsin, as well as the upper state of Michigan, where we do have a few severe thunderstorm warnings. Watches means to pay attention. Warnings means to take action. We do have ourselves some warnings that is in effect here for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and like I said, quarter-size hail. So that is kind of what we are talking about. So y'all be safe. Let's see here. World record hailstone is bowling balls. Yep, that's for sure. Like I said, it's crazy. Just imagine bowling balls falling from the sky. That would be quite insane. Just imagine how much air has to be shooting straight up in order to sustain a bowling ball. That's nuts. And I'm sure you guys know how heavy ice is too. I mean, dead of winter, you guys know how heavy ice is. It's insane. Imagine that, bowling balls falling from the sky. That would literally crash straight through your roof of your home. That would be pretty daggone nuts. And obviously, I hope that never happens again. Obviously, that would not be so good. But anyway, so yeah, like I said, we are seeing these storms that is starting to fire off here. Like I said, if we switch on back to our previous view, you can kind of see here towards Ironwood over the latest scans. You can see how the few storms pass by. We have another cell that's starting to develop near Ironwood. It looks like it is on an increasing trend here, so this thing might eventually go severe warned, as it is in the same environment as its big brothers here that are currently severe warned, so it could possibly take behind them. And maybe go severe warned here down the line. So right now, like I said, those areas that's probably going to be impacted by this secondary storm that's kind of coming towards here includes portions of Wakefield and Ironwood, obviously. So that is kind of what we are watching here as of right now, south of Ontugon. Anyways, directly south of there, that is where we are seeing this new storm that is firing off here. So we'll keep an eye on it. We'll see what this does. These storms are moving eastward, by the way, guys. They are moving from the west to the east. They're moving directly due eastward, as you can actually see. They're just skimming across to the east. So obviously, like I said, for today, since we are talking about these regions here, in the upper state of Michigan, obviously we have the, obviously we do have the Great Lakes here, which obviously boaters in the Great Lakes could pose a concern for the people who's out in the water. So obviously, yeah, you don't want to be out in there, because obviously that can cause some concerns, in which, obviously, yeah, I mean, you don't want to mess with that, for sure. Anyways, so yeah, we'll continue watching this. Like I said, I have a feeling this thing might go severe warned here down the line. Let's see here. Funny how hail is referred to a sport ball. Yeah, that's pretty crazy, huh? That's just how, it's just a good way to, basically measure things. Like I said, oh yeah, baseball size hail. There you go, right there, baseball. Which is, definitely, a good way to measure things. Let's say golf ball size hail. I wish I had a ping pong ball to show you guys, but I obviously don't. I'm sure you guys have seen a ping pong ball. Now, the thing is do not mistake their weight from an actual ping pong ball to the size of a hailstone. Ping pong balls are light, regardless, but hail, the size of a ping pong ball, is much heavier. Also, you got to think it's going to be falling from the sky, picking up that gravitational velocity and then moving with the winds and stuff like that. You get, like, sideways. Yeah, not so good. Really not so good here. So, but that is what we are seeing, my friends. I'll tell you what, let's move on back to my other screen here, and let's look and see if there's any other action that's going on across the nation. Now, there has been a bit of thunderstorm activity. I mean, look at all these thunderstorms that are firing off here across the southeast, but they're not severe for the most part. Yeah, so obviously, like I said, we have a lot of severe a lot of non-severe thunderstorm action going across portions of Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, portions of Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, portions of Louisiana, all along the coast here, basically. We are seeing a bit of storm action that is ongoing here currently. A lot of warm air, I'm assuming, is being pulled up into the country here, which is basically interacting and causing, the instability to kind of kick off here. But I mean, it looks like a few other cells are trying to fire off here across portions of southern portion here of Nebraska as well. Because like I said, the severe threat for today actually does stretch into Nebraska as well. If we switch on back here to my other screen here, you guys can actually see, like I said, this moves into Nebraska too. So obviously that's where that one cell is, which we can grab a closer look to it. Let's grab a closer look. Let's take a look here at KUEX here. There it is right there. So yeah, this is a new set of storms that's trying to fire off here. They're not severe yet, but they are new. You can see how they're just now really starting to fire off here. How they're starting to grow in size. So we got to watch out for these as well. Like I said, possibility that some could be severe. Like I said, basically that's what the dark green and the yellow means, is that we could see some severe storms across those locations. But that is actively what we are watching here. Now, in regard to the satellite view, we take a look here back at my other main view here. You can actually see, there we go. You can obviously see there's a lot of action. You can see that the sun's starting to go down here. You can see how it's starting to turn more, more dark on the eastern side. Yeah, because the sun's going down. A lot of cloud cover, though. Like I said, a lot of cloud cover, though, across, where we are expecting those thunderstorms. You can kind of see exactly where. This is where we are seeing that. And, there's something I'm just now looking at is you can really see where this storm is trying to fire off here. If we zoom in close to this Nebraska cell, you can actually see it trying to fire off here. You see how the clouds get more puffy and a lot more larger, you can actually see? That's, yeah, those are those new cells. And speaking of the devil here, we're actually just now seeing a warning just got issued for this storm. Exactly. That's pretty interesting. So, if we go ahead and switch on over here to the my other screen here, back to the main screen here, it's actually for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail, my friends. So hail the size of quarters as possible out of the storm here. That is the minimum criteria to be considered severe. So, so look out for some gusty winds. Like I said, it's not going to necessarily be up, at constantly 60 miles per hour. It just means that some of the winds could gust up to 60 at one given point. But that's about all we're looking at. Really nothing too insane. But we'll just keep an eye on it. Like I said, also just southwest of that, near Hayes and stuff, areas like that. That's also another area we should watch out for, because these guys could go severe as well. I mean, you are citing the severe risk here, but you can see how just over the last few frames, how it goes from nothing to starting to fire off here. So obviously that's some new information. That's some new storm action that's starting to kind of kick off here. And like I said, this is stretching all the way from the upper state of Michigan all the way down here, even down into Colorado. Like I said, we have a severe thunderstorm warning here for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail as well across areas here towards La Junta. But anyway, so yeah, as we are looking at here currently. So obviously, yeah, these storms are starting to fire off here, my friends. So we just got to keep our eyes open for them. Now, here's the thing. If you are across the yellow area, you have an even greater chance here of seeing severe weather other than the dark green. So, like I said, it's basically just a scale from 1 to 5. The higher the number, the more severe. And like I said, for an example here, this is that first level of severity across the dark green, and the second level of severity goes across the yellow. So a little bit more severe storms, a little bit more widespread severe thunderstorms are possible across the yellow versus the green here. But all severe weather is possible here for today, including some tornadoes could be possible today. Like I said, we have an active severe thunderstorm watch that's in effect here across the areas here in the yellow, across the upper state of Michigan and to upper state here of Wisconsin. See the possibility that we could see maybe some severe storms. Now, obviously, like I said, we have some warnings that is taking place here as well, also for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, quarter-size hail. Yeah, nothing's really exceeding that here right now. It's all kind of around the same criteria. But anyways, let's see here. Chip says, what's going on? Not much. Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing all right, my friend. Glad to have you here. Let's see here. I hope everyone's having a good day, says Christopher. You too, Christopher. Thank you for joining us today. Hope you're doing good, man. That goes to all of you guys out there. So, like I said, guys, we just looked a little bit ago. I don't know if you guys have seen this. For the people who are just now joining, apparently someone has gotten struck by lightning here in Tampa. If you look at this, one injury, child struck by lightning at Williams Park boat ramp in Riverview, Florida. Child transported to the hospital. So this is right here towards Gibsonton, Gibsonton. So obviously hope that they are doing okay. Prayers goes out to their families and them. Hopefully they make a speedy recovery, and hopefully they, as least painful as it is. Yeah, definitely. Like I said, the chances of you surviving a lightning strike is actually 9 out of 10. If you did not know that. Most of the time, if you do get struck by lightning, you do survive, but obviously it's kind of very painful, I'm sure. Just considering, a lot of voltage and a lot of heat going through your body, it's pretty crazy. So obviously, hopefully they turn out to be okay. Obviously, like I said, that's another thing with severe thunderstorms, or just thunderstorms in general, is that hail threat, or that lightning threat. I don't know where I got that from. But anyways, yeah, hail, not only is hail, tornadoes and large hails is bad things for storms, but also lightning. I mean, lightning is a killer too, and obviously you should not take those chances. So if you hear thunder, you are close enough to be struck by lightning, so you better go inside. Anyways, new severe thunderstorm warning just now has gotten issued. Let's see here, for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail, my friends, right here across the far north-central side here of the upper state of Michigan. This is like I said, this is a new warning that has just now popped up. Now, like I was telling you guys, near Ironwood and Wakefield, there's another storm that's trying to fire off here. Like I said, if it takes its same, take the same action like his brothers here, basically, this might eventually go severe warning. Kind of similar, because like I said, it's in the same environment. It obviously is capable of producing the same as, like I said, as its brothers has just to the east of it now, which, could be a possibility. We still got to watch out for this. So like I said, a lot of these storms are moving eastward. Now, there is, honestly, now more I think about it now, I feel like that some of these storms could basically throw down a lot of cold air and maybe actually, die out potential for this other cell here, which might be a possibility. But anyways, we'll see what happens. We'll see what they pull on it. We will definitely see. So, Tropics time, guys. Like I said, we are watching a tropical system here in the Southern Caribbean. This is also known as Potential Tropical Cyclone 2. This is in the Southern Caribbean. Now, this thing is expected to make landfall on the eastern side of Nicaragua as well as Costa Rica here. So we are going to continue watching this here pretty closely. So the latest National Hurricane Center outlook does say, believe it or not, this thing is going to reach hurricane status. And, it's pretty interesting here. If we take a look here, what I'm telling you guys about, here's the latest hurricane guidance here. You can obviously tell. Now, here's the crazy part. This thing is now expected to make landfall as a tropical storm, a high-end tropical storm. We still have some hurricane watches that's in effect because, obviously this thing could increase. Like I said, I really do expect this thing to quickly strengthen once it moves into this little region right here, directly above Panama. Once this storm, this is where it's at right now, where the X is. Once this X moves into this location here, yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of intensification. There's a lot of moisture. There's a lot of, a lot of winds, or not really winds, but a lot of, hot ocean temperatures. Obviously don't want winds, but yeah, I mean, that's kind of a big concern there. So obviously it's going to make landfall as a tropical storm, and as it moves off into the eastern Pacific, look at this. It's supposed to achieve hurricane status, which is actually pretty crazy here in the eastern Pacific. So yes, this storm is a transoceanic storm moving from the southern Caribbean into the eastern Pacific, which is going to be pretty crazy, as it does kind of get that little narrow gap here towards Costa Rica and Nicaragua. So obviously, kind of interesting storm here. I'm not going to lie with you guys. It's actually pretty interesting. So, anyways, like I said, that's something we are watching. It does look like a new severe thunderstorm warning has gotten issued here across portions of Mississippi, here in Jackson, Mississippi. Let's see, this is for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So that is actively what we are talking about. So, yep, severe storms are starting to fire off here. Like I said, obviously across the locations there is no severe threat for, majority like severe threat. Now, that just means like more organized severe storms, like more of, cluster type of severe storms is possible. This means that a few thunderstorms could be possible. Now, obviously, you can have an oddball here and there, maybe throw in a severe thunderstorm warning in some random direction. I mean, it can happen, absolutely. But like I said, these areas here in the dark green and yellow is where we are expecting severe thunderstorms to occur, if that makes any sense to you guys. But that's just, yeah, but that's kind of just, how that is working there. But let's see here. Let's see, any storms coming? Yep, absolutely. We're seeing a lot of storms, kicking off here right now. So, speaking of which, guys, going to turn off the outlook here. It does look like I said, we are watching. These storms here relatively closely. I'll tell you what, was going to switch to a KMQT. So, like I said, right here we are watching the Wakefield storm here too. This is relatively a new system. Relatively a new storm just popped up here not too long ago. So like I said, eventually we got to watch out for this guy as well, as this thing might just follow along in its brother's footsteps here and may become severe down the line. Now, like I said, if we switch on back here to, if we go ahead and switch on back here to my other screen here, you can actually see, like I said, this is the storm that's going on across Nebraska. You can see right in here how it's popping up, how it's starting to puff up like that. That's actually a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect here between Nebraska and Kansas. If we take a look here at back into my other screen here, you can actually see that this is where the storm is located right now. So you can see how that latest scan here just shows up that polygon. That's the severe thunderstorm warning that we do have in effect here. Across portions of Ruskin, portions here of Superior. So see Guide Rock as well included. Let's see, we actually do have a damaging wind report coming through here. Let's go take a look. 58-mile-per-hour wind gusts has been reported out of the storm here towards Burr Oak. This is actually in Kansas and Nebraska. And for some reason, my radar's not wanting to work. KUEX, I think it might be down. But anyways, yeah, so we have had some pretty nasty winds being reported with this storm here. So obviously, yep, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts can be a big concern because 58-mile-per-hour winds or more is considered severe. And obviously, they've already produced that. So definitely, yeah, a severe storm we're talking about. Let's see what's going on with this guy. Is this new? This guy might be relatively new. Yep, it kind of looks like it. So these storms are really just firing off here along the line, it looks like, all the way from Michigan down here towards Kansas and even portions of Colorado. Like I said, if we go ahead and switch on back here to my to the other screen view, you can actually see, like I said, we have ourselves some nasty storms that is trying to fire off here across portions of Nebraska into Kansas and areas like that. More pop-ups is occurring to the southwest of that. A few in Colorado here. You can kind of see how it's starting to kind of fire off along this line. And like I said, across Iowa even. Like I said, even though nothing's going on really right now, eventually it could. eventually it could. Like I said, right now we have our we have our severe thunderstorm watch that is in effect here across the upper state of Michigan as well as essentially the upper state here of Wisconsin. So definitely is a possibility of seeing some severe storms. So guys, please be safe out there. And like I said, if you have any questions, y'all, we're gonna try to get to as many as possible. So throw them down, guys. We'll be here for you guys. You better know that, guys. You better know that we are going to be here for y'all because that's what we usually do. And I'm definitely glad to be here for you guys. So we'll keep it on it. We'll see what this does. We'll keep our eyes open for the severe weather for today. Because like I said, it's definitely a possibility as of right now. So I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the future projections here in the models. I kind of want to show you exactly what the latest trend is with the models when it comes to these storms here for today. Because like I said, it's a possibility that they could actually fire off here all the way from Wisconsin in the upper state of Michigan all the way down to Colorado. As that's actually what we are currently seeing here. So if we switch on over here to the HRRR model, this is our latest run here, the 21Z if you guys want to know. 21 universal time basically, as you can see right there in the top right hand corner. But anyway, so this was as of 21, so this was about 2 hours ago. Anyways, so you can kind of see here, like I said, we obviously have some storms that is firing off here currently. This is currently clocking in at 7 o'clock, so we obviously have some storms firing off here. Same thing across Nebraska. Continuing down the line here, basically to the east, maybe some storms could happen in areas here of like Iowa. Could be a possibility. We could see some more storms there. So that's kind of according to one model. Now another model here is kind of showing the same thing. Obviously a whole line of storms could form, but that is what we are talking about and something that we got to keep our eyes out for. Okay, so definitely yeah. So we are watching long line of storms being possible. All the way down here from Colorado. Like I said, we actually have a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect here across southeastern Colorado. Currently going on here. So 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail across portions of Churwal, Los Animas, I think is how you pronounce that. This is right here across the southeastern side here of Colorado for, like I said, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, my friends, quarter-size hail. So that is kind of what we are actively seeing. So, and then obviously right here across the southern edge of Nebraska into the northern section here of Kansas. Like I said, the thing is about this storm is actually got a wind damage report here, or a wind gust report here from a Mesonet, which is basically just, a Mesonet's a fancy weather station. Yeah, so it's a fancy, basically a very, very, very accurate weather station, basically. Actually right here, that's a part to a Mesonet here, right behind me. I cannot speak today. That's a part of a Mesonet right behind me. So obviously that's the anemometer. But yeah, so that's something that would have recorded that right there that you guys see. That is an anemometer, and that's probably something that probably recorded that. I don't know the exact model, but it could be. I know most Mesonets, that's the option that you go with. So this thing it could have been that exact model there that reported this. So obviously 58-mile-per-hour wind gusts is a factor out of the storm here. So obviously they are going to issue a severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, here's the thing. They just now updated the hail size on the sucker, too. Now at 1.75-inch hail. That's actually quite nuts. Let's see. So that's golf ball size hail. Now we can bring out the golf ball. Okay, so now we are expecting the possibility of golf ball size hail and also 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Now here's the thing. It actually has been observed in regard to the wind side of things. But now, like I said, now it's up to potentially golf ball size hail. So we got to watch out for hail this size. Here's my head comparison, I guess. I don't know. You guys probably don't know, the actual size. But I'm sure you guys have seen a golf ball before. I'm sure you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. So if you guys have, like I said, obviously this is kind of what we are expecting. So areas that this does include is across portions here of the south central side here of Nebraska into north central Kansas. We are actively seeing this. Now here's the thing. The areas included does include Ruskin, areas here of Chester, Hardy, Superior, Burr Oak, Weber, Guide Rock, Nora. Let's go see D Shelter. Yeah. Anyways, Byron, as well as Chester here. So that is what we are talking about. So once again, my friends, golf ball size hail, as well as 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. There's really no way I can show the speed of 60. Yeah, you couldn't even see that. So that was 60 miles per hour. Anyways, so yeah, that is what we are talking about. So obviously, fast motion here up to 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and golf ball size hail. I don't know where it just. I don't know where it went. Anyways, yeah, you kind of get the point there. That is kind of what we are talking about. So, so that is what we are talking about. Let's see. It can hail for hours and look like snow on the ground. In some cases, yes. In some cases, yes. There are some pretty crazy photos out there and stuff like that where you have seen, like a whole bunch of like the whole entire ground is like covered in pretty much, like I said, a lot of hail, and it looks just like snow because it's basically made of the same crystals essentially, because it's ice crystals basically. But that is that is what we are talking about here. So let's see, is this a new warning? I don't think it's new. Maybe, let's see here. So obviously, okay, so there you go. So yep, 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter size hail. Let's see, this size right here. Let me go grab this. Okay, I got my golf ball back. Okay, we're good. We got it back. I didn't mean to, I found it, but anyway, so yeah, I got my golf ball back. So now I can tell you guys, like I said, the real size of these storms here. So once again, my friends, we are seeing the possibility across this storm, this little storm complex here across south central Nebraska and north central Kansas, golf ball size hail being possible. Okay. Now, obviously, with that, we have ourselves some big, strong winds as well, up to 60 miles per hour. Now, here's the thing. It's actually already been reported. There has been some reported damaging winds out of the storm here. Like I said, right here from Mesonet Fancy Weather Station, basically. Like I said, we are seeing ourselves 58 mile per hour wind gusts. Obviously, that's kind of something that has happened here, and obviously that's what the weather station has picked up here. And then obviously we have ourselves a lot more severe thunderstorm warnings, but for obviously a little bit less in the size of hail. I mean, like I said, one storm down there in Nebraska was the size of golf ball, and here's quarter size hail. So you can obviously tell that there's a pretty big comparison in regard to the two. So obviously the storms down there in Nebraska is actually looking a little bit more crazy as of right now, at least in regard to the hail aspect. Now the damaging winds is still the same for both of them. Now obviously we got to watch out for that. So it definitely is quite crazy. So we'll just keep our eyes open for that regardless. This is a pretty nasty cell. Now like I said, we got to watch out for this guy too, because this is a relatively new cell. This guy could turn up like it's bigger older brother there to the northeast here. So here we go. New severe thunderstorm warning has just now gotten issued for 60 mile per hour wind gusts and 0.75 inch. So this is penny size hail. I got you covered. So penny size hail. There you go, right there. Penny size hail. That is what we are talking about. So obviously a big old difference compared to that one cell. A penny versus a golf ball there. Yeah, this is basically the magnitude of the two storms we are watching here currently. Is the golf ball and a penny size hail storm here. Now, obviously, penny size hail is not severe, but the damaging winds with it is possibly, that is considered severe, maybe up to 60 miles per hour here. Now, like I said, this guy right here, though, yeah, this is a considerable storm. It even says considerable on it. Basically saying, hey, yeah, we got to watch out for this storm here pretty closely. This thing is pretty nasty, okay? So that is something that we have got to watch out for. Here we go. More reports coming through here towards Ruskin. 53 mile per hour for both of them. That is what we are talking about here. So let's see here. 2 watches for Wisconsin this week, says Christopher. Yeah, that's for sure. Like I said, a lot of Wisconsin's been getting hit here pretty hard over the last few weeks, really, a week or two, basically, because like I said, we have been seeing ourselves, the pattern that has been setting up here. Usually around this time is where the north starts getting a little bit more severe weather action, as like the environment kind of bleeds out in the south, where it becomes more warm. The reason that there's a bunch of thunderstorms around springtime is because that warm air from the south is trying to take over the cold air that's been kind of just hovering around the states here for all of wintertime. So obviously, it's kind of pushing that out. Now, for the most part, it has pushed it all the way through, but now it's, kind of doing its final push across the north. And obviously, that is causing some severe weather. Now, anytime there could be severe weather across anywhere in the states here, yeah, it can happen. But like I said, we expect the most of it during the, springtime. Obviously, right around now, the severe trend has died down a bit, which is obviously some good news. But like I said, we're going to be probably seeing events like this for the rest of the year until toward fall, I should say. Yeah, usually around fall you can have that's what they call second spring in regard to severe weather, because then that cold air starts pushing that warm air out, and there you go. You have yourselves an interaction again where it starts having more, obviously some more interactions with possible severe weather. But anyways, that's way off topic there. But anyway, so yeah, we have ourselves, like I said, we also have our new severe thunderstorm warning here for 60 mile per hour wind gusts and penny size hail across portions of Lamer, south here of Eads, and south of Haswell. So we are going to watch this here pretty closely. So, guys, please be safe here. Please be safe here, my friends. And like I said, guys, we are going to be here. Let's go see here. Janine's got. Let's see. Got timed out for 60 or 600 seconds. I'm sorry there, Janine. It's the excessive emojis that causes the bot to freak out. So I would not recommend spamming a lot of emojis and stuff like that, because that's kind of why. But yeah, so that is. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I really need to. I need to figure out a way to turn all that stuff down, because this thing's really. It's a pretty crazy bot here. But anyway, so yeah, like I said, we are watching a bunch of cells across the upper state of Michigan. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Let's see, Vivian wants to know if there's anything for St. Louis. So I tell you what, for today, no, there's not anything for St. Louis. So we're looking pretty good here for today. Like I said, the main severe threat is really across the eastern side of Colorado, all the way shooting up here into the upper state of Michigan, where, like I said, we are seeing some storms that is kicking off here. Like I said, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, so the winds could get up to 60. As well as, obviously, quarter-size hail, basically, like I said, literally the size of a quarter. That's kind of what we are talking about when it comes to the hail here. But like I said, we have this guy down here, which is actually a lot more nuts. This guy is actually for 1.75-inch hail. Now, that's actually golf ball size hail, the size of golf balls. So that's obviously not so good. Dazzle says new tornado warning, apparently. Let's see. Wait, where's that at? Could not tell you where that's at. Let's see here. Is it even popping up here? So, yeah, it hasn't popped up on my end yet. I just got an update here from the National Hurricane Center, guys. Here, I'll pull it up on Twitter. I'll show you guys what we're talking about here. But I got a new update from the National Hurricane Center saying, post-potential tropical cyclone 2 aircraft and satellite data has indicated disturbance is becoming somewhat better organized, which I'll show you guys here right now. So here's the Twitter report coming in here from the National Hurricane Center. That is, that's what we are talking about. So you can obviously see this, like I said, potential tropical cyclone 2. That is the guy we are watching here get ready to hit Nicaragua as well as Puerto Rico. And like I said, advisory 13A, aircraft and satellite data. Disturbance is becoming somewhat better organized. So obviously this is pretty crazy. Now, I said Puerto Rico. I did not mean Puerto Rico. I mean Costa Rica. I always get those two mixed up for some reason. So yeah, across portions of Costa Rica and eastern side here of Nicaragua, we do have some tropical storm warnings in effect here. We are expecting obviously tropical storm force winds and obviously tropical storm force conditions, and eventually down the line, this thing's going to become a hurricane, at least expected to. It's literally a transoceanic storm from the southern Caribbean, being Atlantic basically, all the way over into the eastern Pacific, which is going to be quite interesting to see just how that works. I mean, it was literally pretty crazy, though, is the fact that the first storm this year has done the same thing. It went from Agatha to Alex. It started out in the eastern Pacific, and it went into the Atlantic, and now it's going from the Atlantic and into the eastern Pacific. So these storms are literally crisscrossing, basically, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, so obviously that's a possibility. Now down the line, I don't expect this thing to have really any too major impacts. Like I said, it does look like, though, it might be coming very, very closer to the coast of Mexico. And like I said, the coast of Mexico should obviously consider watching this far down the line, as it could have some impacts. At least probably some rip currents and some swelling of water could possibly happen here along the coast here of Mexico. So we got to watch out for this here. It's definitely not over yet. Once it passes Nicaragua, we are going to go live, by the way. When this does make landfall, we are expecting this here around 2 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, which is, obviously quite early there, but, it's something that we got to, watch out for this. But anyway, so yeah, that's what we're talking about here. Let's see here. Cordy says, turn down the heat factor down tonight, but yeah, I will. Let's go and see here. Tornado Analysis says, is there any droughts developing? A lot of them are there. Let's see. Tornado Analysis, thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. Greatly appreciated. So, in regard to the droughts, like I said, yeah, we are seeing a lot of droughts, across a lot of different locations. There is a way that we can actually monitor this. If we go ahead and take a look here, I'll tell you what, let's switch on back here really quickly. And if I pull up the droughts, we can actually see what areas are in droughts here, which we'll have to take a look at this here right now. So anyways, let's go and pull up the... Oh, how did I do this? It's been so long since I've used Pivotal Weather. It's been so long. Let's see, observed precipitation maybe? No. Oh God, how do you get back here? Anyways, SPC Outlook. Did they take off droughts or something? How did that? Anyways, well, Regardless, though, yeah, we are seeing a lot of droughts regardless. I wish I could figure out how to find that. Here's the thing. They just now downgraded. Ooh, wow. Okay, they actually did, that's a new update. So they just now downgraded this threat here. Like I said earlier, it was a 40-40 chance of developing, basically meaning a 40% chance it could develop in 5 days and a 40% chance it could develop in 2 days. They actually downgraded that, apparently, in the latest update. Let's see here. Actually, that's kind of interesting here. Let's go and take a look back at the National Hurricane Center really quickly, and we'll pull this up and see what we are exactly looking at. That's kind of interesting. They just now did that. Here we go. So obviously here, yep, 30 now. It's now a 30% chance. This guy is, yep, 10 still, and yep. Let's see, 40 mile per hour sustained winds. That's kind of what we're talking about. Let's see, Andrew says there's a tornado warning in upper state of Michigan. I'm not seeing it yet. Nope, it's not here on my end. Yeah, there's not any right now. Let's go take a look here back at our main screen, guys. The only thing that's going on here in the upper state of Michigan is severe thunderstorm warnings that's going on here. I mean, I even have a counter, or now it pops up here. So obviously, yeah, now, there we go. Thanks for pointing that out, by the way. It just, for some reason, it did not update in time. Anyways, so yeah, we have ourselves now a tornado warning that is in effect here. For some, I don't know why it didn't update there. Basically, just northwest here of Cute, I don't know how you pronounce that here. Basically right here, wow, this is also for 70 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So obviously, this is now a tornado warning. Now, there is obviously some good news. We have a radar that's close by, so let's go ahead and bring up the velocity scan on this guy, and we'll see what's going on inside of the storm here. So velocity, this will obviously help us look and see what's going on. So obviously, you know, in regards to what's happening, it doesn't really, let's see here. We're going to play this forward. That's a bit interesting here. Let's go see. We pull this up here. Okay, you can kind of see right around in there. That might be a little bit of rotation that's ongoing. I was going to see Marquette says Geno's. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I'm obviously not, I'm not the best when it comes to, you know, locations here. But, I mean, honestly, yeah, you know, it's moving off the coast here, and this could eventually turn into a problem for the coastlines. You know, for the people who's actually out here in the boats and the vessels and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm not really. I mean, honestly, I'm not really seeing too much rotation that's going on there. Let's see. If I pull up correlation coefficient, though, we can actually look for possible debris. If any debris was going to get hit up in the storm, we would be able to see it here. Which, that's just contamination. That's not any debris. So, I think we're okay. I think we'll be alright. But still, you should just be inside of your shelters. If you guys are locally within this region here, like I said, this is right here across pretty much the north-central side of the upper state of Michigan. Like I said, this is a tornado warning, by the way. But, like I said, if you are in those locations there, you know, I'm sure you've gotten the alert. I'm sure you got it on your phone, or you got it for no other radio, whatever you have. It doesn't really show any specific locations, but maybe the polygon does. Let's see here. Remain mostly over rural areas here of northern. Let's see here. You said Marquette County. Okay, I think that's how you pronounce it. Let's see. Moving to a basement interior portion. Yeah, so it doesn't really show any areas that's impacted. Like I said, mostly over rural areas here, which is obviously some good news. You know, if there's no one there, then obviously, you know, that is kind of what we are talking about. So. Like I said, guys, just please be safe. Please be safe here, my friends. We got to continue watching this as well. Let's see what's going on with this guy. Do we have any more reports coming through? It looks like we do. They downgraded this in regard to the hail size. It was at 1.75. It was at golf ball size hail, so now it's actually at penny size. So the storm went from potentially producing this to now potentially producing this. So obviously a big old difference here. So obviously hail is not you know, it's not of a big as concern as the damaging winds is. Now, if we take a look here, I think KUEX is not down anymore. Okay. But like I said, Superior, Hardy, areas here of Weber, Burr Oak. Yeah, those locations got to watch out for this storm here, obviously. And if you can hear thunder, you're close enough to be struck by lightning. And speaking of, my friends, like I said a little bit ago, we had some unfortunate news that someone did get struck by lightning here. A kid got struck by lightning in Tampa. Like I said, one injured, child struck by lightning at Williams Park boat ramp in Riverview, Florida. Child transported to the hospital, which is very, very unfortunate. So, obviously, like I said, prayers goes out to their family. Hope that they stay okay, and hopefully they can recover through that. Definitely not good. Yeah, lightning's pretty scary. You don't want to mess with lightning, okay? So if you can hear, like I said, obviously if you can hear thunder, you're obviously close enough to be struck by lightning here. So let's go ahead and take a look here back at KMQT here. Like I said, we are watching our tornado warning that is in effect here. We have 6 more minutes to go until, let's see, 8 o'clock Eastern, so 7 o'clock Central or local time. This is across the Central Time, so we are going to keep on watching this. Okay, we got to keep our eyes out for this. You know, like I said, it's definitely quite interesting. It definitely is quite interesting here. So you guys just please be safe out there. But that is, you know, that is what we are talking about. So let's see. Like I said, we also have ourselves a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect here across Jackson, Mississippi here for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and also 0.75-inch hail. So obviously, you know, penny-size hail as well. So that is kind of actively what we are talking about here. So let's see here. Tornado Analysis with another super chat. Thank you so much, man. Let's go see severe thunderstorm in Mississippi being shown on Pivotal. Really? So this it's funny how you said that because this is literally the system we just now started looking at. But once again, my friend, thank you so much, Tornado Analysis, for the super chat. Greatly appreciated, my friend. But yeah, so obviously on Pivotal, I'm assuming you mean by the models. Yeah, once again, Tornado Analysis, thank you so much, man. Greatly appreciated. Let me pull up HRRR. I don't know if that's... I mean, it might be, honestly. It could be. It actually could be. Let's see. There's a weak tornado, says Andrew. You know what? Well, it hasn't been reported yet. At least I don't think. Let's see here. No, this is still radar indicated. You can see right here it says still radar indicated rotation, basically saying, hey, you know, the radar has picked up some rotational activity. Like I said, this is moving now into the waters, by the way. So obviously this is going to become now of a coastal concern, or now of a, you know, a boater concern by any means. So obviously there is still a special marine warning for winds up to 49 knots, so about 55 miles per hour, basically. And obviously, like I said, 3/4-inch size hail possibility there, but that is what we're talking about. Let's see here. Okay, I'm in Omaha. What do I think will happen tonight? So here's the thing. Like I said, anywhere across these locations today, possibility. Omaha and specifically is a possibility. Not the biggest concern, but it's a possibility that we could see that. Anyways, but yeah. Let's see, my great-grandpa got struck twice and lived both times, says Megan. That's absolutely crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Michael with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, my man. Let's see anything coming up for Pennsylvania. So, if we take a look here towards Pennsylvania, for today anyways, there's not supposed to be anything, which is obviously some good news. Tomorrow, possibility though, on the far western and northern edge. You can kind of see right around here where I am talking about, all the way from these locations here. So basically between these locations. So pretty much the far northwestern side here of, pretty much the far northwestern side here of the state has the possibility of seeing some severe storms. But, you know, like I said, it's the lowest in severe threat. It's really nothing too interesting. Tornadoes not a concern. Hail's a possibility and also damaging winds. So, yeah, tornadoes not a really big concern there. But that is what we are talking about. Anyway, so yeah, that is what you're seeing, guys. So stay safe, my friend. Let's see here. Hi, I'm from Cedar Falls, Iowa. Well, obviously, welcome. Hope you're doing good. Hey, is Killer Queen just changed my name and stuff? What the outlooks for severe weather for possible the next 4 days? Supposed to get a lot of rain, especially in the weekend. So, now, like I said, for the next few days, actually, I just now noticed there's actually a slight risk here tomorrow. Pretty decent threat here for severe weather we're actually looking at here. But anyways, so yeah, we are seeing a possibility that we actually could see really severe weather here for tomorrow across portions of the Midwest. I mean, all the way to the Ohio Valley here too. Obviously, yeah, I mean, it's something we got to continue watching here. Tornadoes will not be a concern for anywhere tomorrow, which is some good news. Hail obviously kind of is, and damaging winds might be the biggest concern in regard to things tomorrow. So definitely, we'll watch out for that. Now, for the day after that, we do... Wow. Okay, apparently we have ourselves a slight risk. Let's see. Apparently we have a slight risk in effect here for day 3. Wow, I just now noticed that. So the northeast states should honestly continue monitoring this across portions of eastern Pennsylvania, portions of New Jersey, as well as southern New York here. Obviously Connecticut, Massachusetts, those regions, Rhode Island there. So big possibility, big old possibility here. So since it says I'm in Memphis, so I'm guessing Memphis, Tennessee here. So here's the thing. So in Memphis, Tennessee, like I said, we are actually seeing ourselves no severe threat for day 3. Tomorrow, we're not really seeing anything for today. Yeah, you're not looking for anything severe, my friend. You're looking pretty all right when it comes to, severe activity. But anyways, so once again, my friends, we have a tornado warning that's about to expire here in 1 minute. This is moving off the coast here now. This is moving into the Great Lakes region here. So this is going to become a concern for the boaters, but that is what we are talking about. Now, this is until 8:15, so it's literally... let's see. That's for the special warning, anyways. Now, for the tornado warning, that's until obviously 8 o'clock here. So 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock, Central Time. But that is actively what we are talking about. So stay safe, my friends. Like I said, if you have any questions, y'all, we're going to try to get to it. Let's go see. Anti says, thanks, man. You're the best. You're very, very welcome. Let's go see. Home Run Pick says, will Conroe get hit? What state is that in? What state is Conroe in? Like I said, if it's a place I can quickly look up, we'll look it up. But if it's like a specific place, it's kind of a lot harder. Just tell me, like, for example, guys, if you want me to look at, like, say, let's just say Nebraska. If you want to look at northeastern Nebraska, I can easily look at that location. You can kind of, depict on where you're at across the region there. Because you should know where you are in regard to the maps and stuff like that. So yeah, just do that. Guys, I'm willing to work with you here. So like I said, I want to help you guys out. I want to give you guys as much information. So let me know which area, like what quadrant of the state you're talking about, and we'll get to you. Let's see here. I live in South New Jersey, going to Mountain, Pennsylvania. Is there severe weather on Saturday and Sunday? So today being Thursday, tomorrow being Friday, and then Saturday being day 3. So I tell you what, like I said, you are here in Pennsylvania. Only if you are on the eastern side of Pennsylvania. Like I said, we have that, central and eastern side, we have that severe threat. So I don't know exactly where that mountain range is, but depending on where you're at, you should know where the state, where you're going in the state is. Central and eastern side does have the possibility, okay? Does have the possibility of that. But that is what we are talking about here. Let's go see here. Look to the forecast on July 1st to the 5th, and we have a chance for rain for every one of those days here in Omaha. I hope we don't get anything. Well, obviously, Fork, hope you don't either. I hope no one gets any rain for, the 4th of July, around the time there. It's obviously going to kind of suck. Which, I tell you what, we will be doing a forecast, guys. We'll make a total video for the 4th of July, and I'll tell you what areas might see rain, what areas will not. I'll give you guys a personal forecast. And you know what? I might as well do a live stream on the night before. Okay, here's the thing. We're doing a live stream on the 3rd of July. Okay, I'm going to say it right now. On the 3rd of July, getting you prepared for the 4th of July. And obviously, we'll do a forecast the night before, or we'll do a personal forecast the night before, which we will accept zip codes and stuff like that for everyone. There'll be a little bit of a special thanks to you guys. So we'll be doing that, as well as we are going to be also doing a video on the 4th of July in order to give you guys an actual up-to-date information. Okay, sound pretty good? I think that sounds pretty all right. So, but that's what we are going to be doing with you guys. Is make sure you guys stay up to date and everything like that. Let's see here. Okay, as in slight risk, Northeast Pennsylvania, I'll be camping, says Hyatt. Well, stay safe there, my friend. It's definitely, it definitely is quite crazy out there, so definitely is pretty interesting here. Let's see, Michael with another 10. Thank you so much, Michael. Greatly appreciated. He asked us, let's see, would I do a live stream for Eastern Pennsylvania on Saturday? So, let's see, for Saturday, like I said, for this day here, I'd say it needs it. I definitely say that we will likely be live here on Saturday for you, Michael. Definitely 100%. I'm going to go live here on Saturday for you guys, because obviously, like I said, this does cover a lot of populated areas here across the Northeast, and obviously it might be something to consider watching here. But that is kind of what we are talking about. So once again, Michael, thank you so much for helping us out. You absolutely rock, man. Same thing for you, Tornado Analysis. You guys both, thank you for supporting the channel today. You guys absolutely rock. So yeah, we'll just keep an eye on it. We'll see what this does over the next little bit. So yeah, so like I said, we definitely got to continue to watch the next few days, because like I said, pretty much for the next 3 days, we have slight risk, that 2 out of 5 severe threat here, which is kind of interesting. But anyways, so back on that tornado warning, like we were talking about, it's now been canceled, which is obviously some good news. Also, the severe thunderstorm warning for 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail is also now canceled, which is obviously great. We do have one more warning, also one more. One warning up here across the north central side of the upper state of Michigan for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Basically here, let's see, where does this show it's near? Locations, Island Lake and Craig Lake State Park, apparently where that's at. So, mainly over rural areas here as well. So, obviously, that is kind of a good thing for the most part. Now, let's take a look at this Nebraska storm. This is what we were talking about. Let's see, so 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-size hail now. So like I said, obviously, the size of a penny, nothing too extreme in the hail side of things, but obviously possibility. So 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-size hail is a possibility. So that is something that we got to, definitely watch out for. We'll see what this does here. it's definitely kind of interesting what the storm was doing earlier. Because like I said, earlier the storm was showing up to golf ball size hail, which obviously it's been downgraded an inch, which is definitely some good news. But we have ourselves another warning here in southeastern Colorado. We are also watching here, which is also kind of interesting. So we'll definitely keep our eyes out for these storms. And like I said, anywhere across these dark green to the yellow shaded colors, these locations do have basically, that severe threat here. Okay, so obviously we got to watch out for that. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and tell you now, we're going to head off the live stream at 9 o'clock. So I'm just going to set that right now. It's still an hour away, but I'm just saying right now, we're going to be heading off the live stream at 9 o'clock, just so that, I just want to let you guys know. I don't want to just instantly be like, all right, we're going to get off here. No, I'm not going to do that for you guys. I'm going to let you guys know now in advance what time we're going to be heading off here. So we're going to be live until 9 o'clock. And like I said, right now, guys, this is your time. I'm giving you guys your own time. So if you guys want me to look at a specific locations, you know what, my friends? Throw the zip codes at me. Let's do this. I'm bringing it back here for right now. So guys, if you want me to look at a specific location, tag me down your guys' zip codes, and we'll get you all covered here. So let me go ahead and load up my trusty program because I'm waiting for them to come through. For personal forecast for everyone, like I said, usually this is for members, but since there's a lot of severe weather going on, I feel like it would be the best thing for me to do is to help you guys out as much as possible. So that is what we are here for. So guys, first come, first serve, and we got you all covered here. So let's do this here. Anyways, let's see here. Shelly says, hey, man, okay. Well, obviously, welcome you guys. Like I said, if you guys are just now joining us, welcome. Hope y'all are having a great day so far. Like I said, you guys absolutely rock. You guys are the best. Oh, God, we already have two coming through here. Okay, Drew wants me to look at 68507. So 68507. Right here across Lincoln, Nebraska on the far eastern side. Possibility for some severe storms here for today. In regard to the severity, hail is a possible concern. Tornadoes is not, but damaging winds is a possibility as well. Oh my gosh, I see a lot of comments. There's a lot of them come through here. Anyways, here for tomorrow, we're looking pretty good. And the day after, we're looking pretty all right. So just look out for today for possible severe weather. Anyways, let's go and take a look here at heights. Take a look here at 17,820. All right, I got you covered here. So 17,820 right here across Pennsylvania on the far east central side here. So, like I said, really for the areas here of Pennsylvania, we really got to watch out for the next few days here. For today, we're looking pretty good. Tomorrow, you're actually okay. But for the day after, yeah, we got to really watch out for the day 3. So we'll look out for Saturday for possible severe weather. There is no breakdown as of right now, but we got you covered there. Shelly wants me to look at 55744. Okay, 55744. Right here across Grand Rapids, Minnesota on the far north central side. Okay, so here we go. So across for today, there is no severe, for today, there's no severe weather. For tomorrow, looking pretty good. Really, for the next 3 days, we're looking all right, my friend. Let's see here. Megan wants me to look at 84790. 84790. So let's go take a look at that here. So 84790. It's right here across St. George, Utah, on the far southeastern side. So, for the southeastern side, there's no severe weather expected for today. No severe weather for tomorrow. Or the day after. You're looking pretty good. For a possibility of a few showers and storms could happen. That's what the light green basically shows us. But yeah. Home Run wants me to look at, let's go see, 84790. Got you covered, my friend. So 84790. 84790. This is great. Across St. George, Utah. Wait. That's not right, is it? Oh, I just looked at Megan. I'm sorry. Home Run. Let's go see. Yours is 77386. You're probably wondering what the heck am I doing here. Anyways, right here across Texas on the far eastern side. Okay, here's the thing. For today, no severe weather is expected. I tell you, though, we should watch out for the tropics because, like I said, we have this system that's moving through. Like I said, I really don't expect anything too crazy is going on there. But, yeah, for tomorrow, nothing really. And for the day after on Saturday, really not much. Other than a few showers, a few storms could theoretically happen. But that's what we're looking at there. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look here. Let's go ahead and pull up the... Okay, so take a look here at 68147. 68147. Right here across Nebraska, next to Omaha. Okay, got you covered. Let's go take a look here towards Omaha. Okay, so same thing for you, my friend. Kind of same for Lincoln. Like I said, obviously, severe storms are possible today. Lowest and severe threat. Really nothing to really worry about. Hail and damaging winds are possible. Tomorrow, nothing. And Saturday, nothing. But possibly some showers and maybe some storms, but they're not supposed to be severe for the next 2 days after today, basically. But that is what we are talking about. So, let's see here. Megan says it's so hot. Yeah, it's really hot. Really, really hot here across a lot of the country. So take a look here. Arlen wants me to look at 30501. 30501 right here across in Gainesville, Georgia, on the far north, pretty much north central, northeastern side of Georgia. So for today, my friend, no severe weather is expected. Possibly a few showers and storms could happen, but they're not supposed to be severe. Tomorrow, same thing. Nothing really too crazy. And really the day after. For the next 3 days, you're looking all right, my friend, in regard to severe weather. Let's see here. Okay, so that's for you, Arlen. Let's see here. Hey, can I check north of East Texas, right top corner of Texas? Got family that lives out there. Anyway, so yeah, far northeastern Texas. I'd say you're kind of right on this location here towards Mount Pleasant. I'm assuming kind of around that region. Today, nothing. Tomorrow, nothing. And the day after, nothing. Looks pretty good here. In regard to severe weather, anyways. That's what I'm saying. In regard to severe weather. Anyways, Karen wants me to look at 76642. I got you covered, my friend. So 76642, 76642. This is right across Groesbeck, Texas, on the far, pretty much just directly south of Dallas. So same thing for you, really. I mean, like I said, no severe weather is expected across those locations. We have a lot of people from Texas here. On the eastern side, look out for a few showers and storms. Could happen over the next 3 days, but really, like I said, severe weather is not really expected anytime soon. That's kind of what we're talking about. So, yep, that's good for you, my friend. Let's see here. Okay, so let's see. Tornado analysis, once we look at 23060. So 23060. This is right across Virginia, kind of right around where I'm from. This is right here towards Richmond, Virginia. I'm actually a little bit more to the north here. I actually live up in Prince William County, which is this, pretty okay county. Here's Richmond. So here's the thing. For today, no severe weather is possible. It looks pretty good. Tomorrow, a few storms could happen, but they're not supposed to be severe. And for day 3, we're looking all right. Not really any severe weather expected for you. Now, for my homeland, Prince William County is right there. This is Prince William County right here, by the way. This is where actually I was born and raised and stuff like that. But anyway, so yeah, possibility we could see some storms across the locations there. But that's what we're looking at here. Let's go see here. Thank you, Anderson Karen. Got you covered. That's what I'm here for. Anyways, all right. We have no more zip codes. Breathe for a second. But here we go. A new severe thunderstorm warning has just now gotten issued. I knew this guy would go. I knew this guy would eventually turn into something severe, just like its brothers did, just like its older brothers did. So, severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Is that a quarter? Yep, that's a quarter. So, quarter-size hail could be a possibility, in which that is what we are going to watch out for. For all of these, mostly just 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts is a concern. And you know what? Yeah, that's kind of what it does seem here. So I think we are looking, quite all right, my friends. Let's see. I live in Camden County, New Jersey. All right, New Jersey here. Let's see what's going on towards. Like I said, obviously New Jersey, as a regard to a whole, you got to watch out on Saturday. Honestly, it's kind of a bit interesting. I tell you what, we're gonna go dive more into this a bit. Like I said, guys, we usually don't really do this too much, but we're gonna do it in this live stream here. We're going to pull up the models. We're going to take a look at the deep dive really quickly. So, like I said, New Jersey for day 3. Pretty much for day 3 here. Take a look at the instability in the atmosphere. Definitely a lot of it. Wow. Okay. You can kind of see there's a lot of wind shear mixed in with that. Over 1,000 joules per kilogram. Like I said, it has to be over 500 to really be doing anything crazy. Over 2,000, according to the NAM model. Let's grab a sounding here. I know you guys are not going to understand anything you're about to see here on the screen. I'll tell you what it is. I know what this means. I know what these are. So, decent amount of winds here. Okay, so obviously not the strongest. So, I really don't think tornadoes is going to be a concern, but decapes over 1,000, so damaging winds probably going to be a concern here. I'd say probably damaging winds is going to be the biggest concern. Dew points in the 70s, up or lower 70s, which is definitely really good. Good support there. So, yep, definitely a possibility we could see some severe storms, just straight off that sounding alone. As you can obviously see, there's a lot of instability in the atmosphere here, which is nuts, actually. Yeah, like I said, once these, you can see how the color kind of, fades out. There's these little blue lines. It basically says thunderstorms aren't going to form in that environment, basically. And once it turns to, like, a specific color, that's saying, hey, that's going to it could form there. So, yep, obviously. Yeah, across the Northeast, it would not be bad if you watched this closely. Let's try Southeastern Pennsylvania now. Let's try this. Let's see what this is saying here. Okay, mostly just straight lens here. Let's see here. Obviously, decape here 900, so obviously damaging wind. Maybe up to 60, 70 miles per hour could be possible out of this storm. Let's see here. Okay, obviously severe. This is classified or categorized as severe. Not classified. It's not a classified storm. But yeah, so yeah, definitely the environment could indeed be supportive of some pretty nasty storms here for Saturday. I mean, look at these dew points here in the 70s. I mean, a cold front shoots by and knocks them down in the 50s. That's actually quite nuts. Here's temperature-wise. You can obviously kind of tell, wow, really getting hot. And the cold front passes through, bam, you can really see the drop in these temperatures, which is actually pretty nuts there. But that is what we were talking about. Anyways, let's go see here. Puss in Boots says, wow, you grew a lot last time. I was here months ago. Wow. Well, obviously glad to have you here, man. I remember you. I do remember you. I remember a lot of people who come through here. It's obviously kind of surprising with the amount of people, but, you know, it's definitely, it's definitely good to have you back, man. Thank you for joining us again today. But, yeah, so like I said, you know, it's definitely an environment when you got to watch out for on Saturday. Like I said, all across the Northeast is looking pretty interesting in regard to possible severe weather. Same thing for, like I said, for tomorrow. There's possible severe weather across the Ohio Valley into the portions of the Northeast here as well. Like I said, all the way down here from, you know, the Central Plains all the way to the Midwest and into the Northeast. It's a possibility, basically. Let's see here. Can I show me the temperatures for 84790? So I guess you want me to look at for your location. Okay, so I got you covered, my friend. Let me look at this really quickly. Okay, we'll have to pull up. Okay, we'll pull up the model here really quickly. Let's see here. Okay. So, here's the thing, my friend. If we take a look here back at the temperatures, shaded here. Switch down to the southwest for you, my friend. We got you covered. Let's see. Okay, western U.S. So, you're kind of located right in here. So, we're kind of, yeah, we're talking these temperatures. Oh, that's not the model I was looking for. So, tonight, diving down to the 60s. Yep, for sure. Oh, yeah. Back in the 90s tomorrow, it looks like. It's not good for you. 90s for the next 2 days. Yep, it's definitely looking quite nasty. I'm not gonna lie with you. So stay safe there, my friend. So, like I said, y'all, we gotta watch out for this here pretty closely. You know, honestly, like I said, we gotta keep our eyes open for the severe weather. But like I said, guys, just as a reminder, we are gonna be heading off here at 9 o'clock. We have 45 more minutes on the live stream. I just want to let you guys know, just give you guys a much ahead of time notice to let you guys know when we're gonna be heading off here. And I honestly just wanted to go and say thank you for being here, guys. You guys are the best. I really enjoy doing these live streams with you guys. I mean, you guys absolutely rock, and I'm just so happy. You know, just doing these videos, doing these live streams with you guys. It means a lot, to see you guys actually, out there and want to hang out with us and do these live streams and stuff like that. But obviously, like I said, you guys just thank you for being here. Thank you guys for being you. Thank you all for helping. Us out, just you guys being here, absolutely really appreciated. And like I said, obviously our goal here is to make sure you all stay up to date and, obviously have the best information you can get when it comes to severe weather and stuff like that. And, we're going to be here during these top days and stuff like that. We got you covered, guys. Like I said, if you guys want to, consider hitting that subscribe button. I'm not telling you to do anything, but if you want to, it's down there for you guys. Like I said, we're obviously going to be here for y'all 100% of the time. We got you guys covered. So I I just want to say deeply, just thank you all so much. You guys are the best. So, anyways, moving on back here to these storms across the upper state of Michigan. They are still indeed severe. So, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail, as well as actually, penny-size hail. So, penny and quarter-size hail. So, basically, let's see. So, this guy, okay, so the one that's on the far right-hand side of the screen. Let's see if I can mimic this. So, let's see. So, the far right side of the screen is over here. Okay, so penny size hail. Oh, you can't even see that. You can't even see that. Okay, so penny size hail and quarter size hail. So there you go. The one is far over that way is for penny size hail, and the one is far over this way is for quarter size hail. There you go. Okay, I tried. I definitely tried to give you give you an example of what we're looking at here. Anyways, it's actually pretty nasty here. So obviously, the main idea here is mostly just as damaging wind gusts, maybe up to 60. Like I said, it's not constantly blowing at 60. It's what the winds could gust and get up to at one given point. Basically, a maximum getting up to 60 in regard to that. That is what we're talking about. Let's see here. Megan says it's not funny, Andrew. Said dealing with all that heat. Yeah, it's been brutal, and trust me, I've been dealing with it today. Today it's been 91 as well here, I believe. I think it's been up to I think it was 91 or 92 today here in Kentucky. It's pretty crazy. Anyways, let's see here. Lucas says 546. Let's see here. I got you covered, my friend. So 54665. If I can unlock my phone here, maybe I could eventually get to it. Let's see here. So 54665. So 54665. Let's see. Right here across Wisconsin. Okay, so you're actually a local to the weather that's going on here right now. Okay, so you, my friend, you got to watch out today. You are in a slight risk, a 2 out of 5 severe threat, my friend. So that is, there you are right there. That's where you're at right here. So this is a 2 out of 5 severe threat. Like I said, there's a scale from 1 to 5, 5 being the worst, 1 being the lowest. We're looking at a 2 out of 5 for you. So definitely you're not on the lowest, you're not the far lowest, but it's a possibility of seeing some severe storm today. Tornadoes, is it a concern for you? The answer to that is actually yes. There's a 2% chance, which nothing to stress over. It's really nothing to freak out over. Tornadoes are possible, theoretically possible, according to the Storm Prediction Center, across northeastern Iowa, southeastern Minnesota, as well as portions here of the central and northern portion here of Wisconsin, even into the upper state of Michigan. That's where the possible tornadoes could be for today. We've only seen 1 tornado warning so far today, but we have not had any reports that this thing was actually confirmed, which is obviously some great news. Obviously is some great news, and I'm glad that it didn't go confirmed. But we do have some unfortunate news, though. Like I said earlier, we did have ourselves someone apparently got struck by lightning in Florida near Tampa, which is obviously not good by any means. And I hope, like I said, I really do hope that they're okay. Yeah, it's very, very unfortunate. I think if you look back here at yeah, there you go, right there. Here's the latest scan here. Like I said, 1 injury. Child was struck by lightning at Williams Park Boat Ramp in Riverview, Florida. Child transported to the hospital. So that's definitely, definitely not so good. So definitely stay safe out there. Like I said, if you hear thunder, you're close enough to be struck by lightning. If thunder roars, goes indoors. Basically, that's the motto you got to go by. Okay. So definitely don't. You don't want to mess with lightning. I'm serious. You don't want to mess with lightning because it can mess you up too. Now, like I said, the majority of the times you get struck by lightning, the chances are is you'll live, but obviously there is still that factor you could not make it. And like I said, I hope that the person that got struck by lightning today actually makes it, because that was definitely not good by any means. That's for sure. But yeah, so that is that is kind of what we are talking about. Like I said, hopefully they'll be all right. Anyways, so moving back here to the tropics, guys. Like I said, we are watching not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 systems here in the Atlantic and the Pacific. Now, if we switch on back here to our main screen, I'll just go ahead and bring this over here. So here's our tropical weather outlook here. So obviously we have ourselves, the National Hurricane Center outlooks here. So we are watching really 3 systems. We have Disturbance 1. This is right here, literally right off the coast of Texas. Has a overall 30% chance of turning into a tropical depression, which, is going to move over inland tonight. Yeah, like I said, chances of tropical depression forming are decreasing regardless of development. Heavy rain associated with flooding, possible on portions of the Texas coast over the next 2 days. Yeah, pretty much what we were talking about. Then we have Disturbance 2. This guy is actually downtrending as well, now down to 10% chance. So this guy is also dying too. Getting ready to pass over the Windward Islands on Friday. Yep, so this guy's really going to form. So, honestly, these guys are not such a big concern right now, but we have this guy that's actually kind of concerning, because this guy's getting ready to make landfall here in eastern Nicaragua as well as Costa Rica. Right here, tropical storm warnings and hurricane watches are in effect here across the eastern coast of Nicaragua and Costa Rica. And on the western side here of the same countries here, we are also seeing tropical storm watches, because tropical storm conditions could backlash and could be a possibility as well. Now, basically what that means, these systems rotate counterclockwise, so they rotate like this. Okay, now obviously once the storm goes right here, I should definitely use a better color than that. So once the storm, let's say, centers right there, the winds are going to be doing like this. And obviously those winds are going to be pushing against the coastline, obviously causing some flooding and obviously some coastal erosion and stuff like that. So obviously tropical storm conditions are possible. We're just basically watching to see how well this thing holds up as it goes over those locations. But that is what we're talking about. So yeah, that is actively what we are talking about. So this, this is actually quite an interesting storm here. And like I said, obviously further down in the long range, this thing's actually expected to become a hurricane too, which is actually quite nuts. Like I said, right here, the coastline of Mexico could have some issues out of this here down the line. It's a possibility, which we'll see here. My grandparents are in Fort Myers, Florida. Is there any hurricanes or so coming for them? Says Hype. So, like I said, right now, I'm not really concerned of any systems heading towards Florida. Now, there is something we can look at. There's we can take a look at some ensembles here. This is what I've been watching over the last few days. This is basically just, model support. I'm sure you guys have heard the spaghetti models before. this is kind of the same concept of, you know, where the track could end up, but this is based off of one model, okay? So, you know, obviously you can kind of tell. But let's see here. So if we switch on, we'll go ahead and loop this here. We'll go ahead and pause this here. So obviously, like I said, we are watching Tropical Disturbance 2. Oh, yeah, all ensemble support has died on that storm, which is some good news. Yeah, I think we're okay in the Tropics after Bonnie. I think we'll be all right as of right now. Because I think there's nothing even in the long range. There's nothing in the long range. So, yeah, we just got to watch out for Bonnie. And once it's not Bonnie yet. It's called Potential Tropical Cyclone 2. But tonight or tomorrow morning, it's going to be called Bonnie. But, yeah, so that is what we are seeing here. Now, here's another thing. Speaking of Megan saying spaghetti time, we have ourselves the actual spaghetti models here. Let's see. I'll go ahead and show you the actual ones we're talking about. So this is for Potential Tropical Cyclone 2. And you can obviously see the models are, you know, not so bad. I mean, they're actually quite in agreement mode. Not going to lie with you guys. Obviously, the area we know where we are going to make landfall, yeah, I mean, this thing is expected to now continue into the Eastern Pacific. Even all the models are showing so, which is pretty nuts. So definitely a possibility. Now, here's the interesting part. Here's the intensity guidance here actually showing this. Look, literally tropical storm is expected. I mean, it's right on the brink of tropical storm right now. And like I said, you know, far down the line, we are expecting this thing to potentially go into hurricane status. Maybe up to Category 1, maybe higher. We'll see. We'll see how that environment actually does hold up to it. It's definitely a possibility. You know, something we got to keep an eye out here on. Okay, let's remove this big old arrow. It's probably kind of annoying to watch here. Let's see. So this is, this is Potential Tropical Cyclone 2. You can kind of see it. It looks like it's trying to definitely get a hold of itself. You can still kind of see it's... you know, a lot of convection still blowing off here. You can kind of see, obviously, some thunderstorm action still happening here. Which, you know what? Like I said, obviously, you know what? It's trying to do so. And eventually, you know, something we're going to look at here, if we take a look here back at the forecast models, you can actually see here, what's kind of interesting, is if we take a look here back at 2, here's the forecast model down the line. You can see how rapidly it intensifies. I mean, we're talking down to the lower 990 millibar mark, and then quickly, wow. That is nuts. That is actually that's really concerning to watch. Not going to lie. So right now, obviously quickly intensifying here. Look at that. And then going over here across eastern Nicaragua. That is nuts. And then obviously quickly intensifying here. I'll tell you what. Let's grab a future simulated infrared here. For some reason, okay, there we go. Wow, look at that. Whoa, that's nuts. That's actually really nuts. That's showing it getting into like a major category perspective here. That's, wow. Look at that. That is crazy. I'm going to grab a sounding here just for fun. I'm sure you guys don't understand how to read these anyways, but it's relatively dry though. That's kind of concerning, but still, that model is a bit concerning, not going to lie. Let's take a look at another one though. Like I said, obviously you can't just look at one, which... you know, obviously it's not good here. Here's another one that's, this is the HMON model. It's a little bit different. This one, wow, this one shows it strengthening a lot more. Down to the 980s by the time, yep, down into the 980 mark. So that's definitely kind of clocking in towards Category 1, yeah. And then once it moves out, well, yeah, once it moves into the Eastern Pacific, this model isn't as crazy. I mean, these models are literal polar opposites of one another. This one shows a lot of the strengthening happen before it makes landfall in eastern Nicaragua, and then obviously goes back into hurricane status, but not as strong as like what the you know, the HWRF model said, which was interesting. Let's take a look here at GFS. Now, let's see what this guy has to say. This is GFS, the Global Forecasting System here. Obviously, kind of an interesting model. Yeah, it's just kind of all over the place. We can't really go off of you. Then we got this guy. Kind of same thing, is all over the place. You can't even tell where it's at, actually. Yeah, you really can't tell. Okay, here we go. Here's something else we can do. HWRFP. This is a much higher perspective. You can actually see what's going on here. So obviously, yep, kicks in, and then, wow, that's pretty nuts. And if you look closely, you can actually see how those winds, you know, they kind of ride parallel to the coast here. Because like I said, they rotate counterclockwise. So obviously, kind of just rubbing against the coast. So obviously, yeah, if you have the winds pushing parallel to the coast like that, obviously rip currents could be a possibility. Which is not good. definitely not good like that. It's obviously pretty bad. So sea surface temperature here, okay, yeah, definitely supportive here. We're talking temperatures, 29, 30 degrees Celsius. Yeah, but as it continues pushing to the northwest, and once it moves into this boundary here, once it turns green, that's where it's likely going to die out a lot. Anyway, so that's on the tropics. That's kind of what we are talking about. We just gotta watch this over the next few days here. We'll definitely keep you guys updated on this. And like I said, guys, if you are new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button. It'd be greatly appreciated. You guys absolutely rock. You guys are the best here. I mean, obviously, like I said, guys, just please be safe out there. But that is kind of what we are talking about. Anyways, guys. Like I said, I know I was going to get off here at 9, but I think we're going to go ahead and call it off here at 8:30. I know I said I wasn't going to do a sudden get off here, but, I think we're going to go ahead. I think we covered a lot today, so I think we're going to go ahead and head off here for tonight. We just had about 29 minutes to spare here, so not too much longer. But anyways, guys, thank you all for being here. Thank you guys. You guys absolutely rock. If you are new to the channel, like I said, guys, consider hitting that subscribe button. It'd be greatly appreciated. You guys are the best. Shelly says, did I go to school for this? I did not, but I did train myself. I did, I've done about 7 years of research, online, doing a lot of, textbook reading, online research, talking to actual meteorologists. Although I don't have my degree in meteorology, I have the knowledge that a normal meteorologist does have, essentially. So, you can say I'm up there. I've definitely got a lot of support on, a lot of knowledge when it comes to this, for sure. But anyways, guys, yeah, once again, we're going to go ahead and head off here for tonight. We were live here for a little bit. Glad to give you guys some coverage today. Once again, thank you all so much. You guys are the best. You guys absolutely rock here. So, thank you all for being here. Like I said, once again, special thanks goes to, people who support the channel here for today. You guys are the best. It goes to all of you guys. Thank you for being here. Like I said, special thanks goes to Tornado Analysis as well as Michael. Thank you so much, guys. You all absolutely rock here. Megan says, am I heading off here? Yep, we are going to head off here for today. We'll be back tomorrow, promise you. And like I said, guys, just to give you a little heads up here, like I said, just to give you guys a little heads up, basically what we are talking about is we're going to go live here on the 3rd of, January, 3rd of July, okay? So obviously, like I said, 3rd of July, we're going to be going live, doing personal forecasts for everyone to give you a 4th of July forecast. So definitely, like I said, we're going to be here for you guys. Obviously, we got you all covered. But yeah, so thank you all for being here. You guys rock. Just always know that. Like I said, we'll be here on July 3rd. We're going to be live here tomorrow, too. We'll be covering other stuff. And Saturday, we'll be covering the severe weather across the northeast. Let's see. So obviously, 3rd of July, we'll be doing a live stream. And then actually on the 4th, we'll be doing a video covering all the locations as well. So, but anyways, guys, thank you for being here. Let's go and see here. Michael says, yes, sir. Well, thank you so much, once again, Michael. Let's see. Puss in Boots says, see you, dude. See you later. Thank you for joining us again, my friend. Let's see. Shelly says, that's awesome. Good night. Thank you. You're very, very welcome. Karen says, have a wonderful evening, Andrew. You too, Karen. Thank you for joining us. All of you guys, thank you all for being here. You guys rock. So, that's going to call it for tonight. Like I said, I was planning on going towards 9, but I think we got a good enough amount of coverage here for today. So, just thank you guys for being here. You guys are the best. Thank you all for being here. Greatly appreciate it. And like I said, if you are new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button. Be greatly appreciated. So guys, heading off here for tonight, and hopefully I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Take care, y'all, and I'll see you soon.
Storm watch remains in effect until 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time for northwestern Wisconsin. This is NOAA Weather Radio Station KZZ 78 Ashland, operating on a frequency of 162.525 megahertz from a transmitter located at the Wisconsin Educational Communications Facility. This broadcast serves the residents of the south shore of Lake Superior, as well as marine interests on western Lake Superior. This program originates from the National Weather Service Office in Duluth, Minnesota. And now your local forecast. Severe thunderstorm watch 416 in effect until 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time this evening. Tonight, mostly clear. A 50% chance of rain showers and thunderstorms in the evening. Lows